What is up, guys? It is TheCitrusPanda here today, and I'm coming at you with a Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm 3, or just Naruto Storm 3, because it's so much easier to say. And we're doing some player matches. Now, I was going to do some ranked, but to be honest with you, ranked has become just basically the haven for using the cheapest supports and characters I didn't really feel like playing. And it's not that I can't beat these people, you know, these people who just pick Datara and spam the square button. It's really not the fact that, oh, I can't beat these people, because there's ways around things like that, but it's just not fun. When you are fighting someone who's, you know, spamming with Datara, they're simple-minded, and you can beat them pretty easily, but it's just like, run all the way to the right. Oh, look, he's flying on his bird, use a jutsu, he gets knocked back. Then you just chakra dash at them because his birds can't hit you. And it's like rinse and repeat. And even in player matches, I mean, the community in this game is kind of just, in general, kind of bad. But I don't blame half the people, because the thing is that you go into a match not knowing what the other person is going to do. So, I mean, one, you don't pick a cheap character, and you risk the fact that, oh, well, the other person I'm facing might pick a cheap character. Or you know, actually try to play, but then the other person just has a cheap character. And honestly speaking, I don't get too angry about that, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, in ranked matches, it does kind of get annoying. And if you play the game, you know what I mean. But I just wanted to play some player matches because most people aren't that serious. Well, this guy liked to use Kimimaro as a support, but I don't really blame the guy that much, you know? If you want to use one infinite support character, I understand what you mean. You use one pretty powerful support character, then all power to you. Go ahead and do it, because in my opinion, if everybody else is doing it, why not join in? In this case, at least. When you look at somebody and they're using Kimimaro and Rock Lee, I just automatically think, well, you're just cheap. If you use one infinite support, that's really not as bad in my opinion. Some people would disagree, but in my opinion, that's just how I think. I don't use them personally. I think they give people an unfair advantage. Although right there you see me just get rid of Kimimaro, just completely deny him, and hits Killer Bee. Now, he had the habit of going into Giant Awakening when he played as Killer Bee, which was the next two games. Well, the next game, this game and the next game. It's the same guy that I'm facing every single time, just because I don't know, I just had some good games with the guy, and I just kind of wanted to showcase like this Giant Awakening and how I kind of dealt with these Giant Awakenings. Pretty much the only tip I can give you is attack. I mean, as you can see, right when you hit them, it starts stunning them, and that hits a lot. But support is key when you're facing a Giant Awakening. And also, the biggest tip I can give you when someone is in Giant Awakening, as you just saw there, is Ultimate Jutsu can actually hit through it now. It used to not be able to do that in Generations, and that's a blessing and a curse. Well, if you want to use Giant Awakening, because it's not good for you. The thing is that you can block it, but some people don't realize this. Like they do realize it, like they know that it can happen, but they just don't react fast enough. Like their first reaction is, oh look, you're shooting me with an Ultimate Jutsu, I won't do anything. Other ones would be blocking half of it, but not blocking the whole time. And just generally, when you're in a Giant Awakening, you're not too worried about blocking. Also, with a slow attack Giant Awakenings, which are pretty much every single one, you can actually, like, use an Ultimate Jutsu between their attacks, and there's almost no way they can dodge it, which is pretty good. The Team Ultimate Jutsu is, like, the best way to deal with them, but that's just my opinion. The third game and the last game that I'm going to be showing you guys, it's me playing as Hedon. Now, I like to experiment with different teams, and as you guys saw in the first clip, I was playing Sakura, Tsunade, and Kabuto. I try to find out new combinations, like actual teams. I like playing actual teams. So that was the Medical Specialist, and then dangerous characters was Kisame and Itachi. This was just Akatsuki. Anytime I want to use Akatsuki, I just use Hedon. He's my favorite member from the Akatsuki in this game. Not in the show or anything. He's not like a super good character in the show or anything, but he's a cool character in the game. I really like him. And that was an epic fail on my part. But anyway, Kakazu was really good because he can just kind of... His jutsu can just hit him by such a far range. And not only that, but it will follow them around, and it's kind of hard to dodge. And then Datara is kind of the same way. So it's a pretty good combination, and I like using them. So those are pretty much my two main ones, the Medical Specialist and the Akatsuki team right now. Those are the two I like to use. And, you know, some other ones, but those are the main two. Now, as you can see right here, if anybody is doing this kind of thing to you, where they're just using that one thing, just simply sidestep it. And then you see me spam right here. Only reason is, come on, cut me some slack. I had to do something. And I figured, well, I'm playing as Heat on, so why not soul hunt this guy? Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the short little player match video, and I'll see you guys next time. See you.